Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brandon. This is going to be a video that's going to haunt Mark Royce. This one's going to age well, trust me. Let's begin. First and foremost, remember back when I said that's not the ZR1, that's the Grand Sport, because that's not a wild and crazy enough body to be the ZR1 yet. It needs front fender vents like the C8R race car and so on and so forth. And GM's going to do a surprise reveal of the Grand Sport with that body, and that is the Grand Sport body. Well, General Motors used all their puppet people to say, nah, that's the car, it looks so good. And General Motors kind of forgot that it's their puppets that are fucking, listen to me, it's all the Wendy Millers and Justin Horsepower obsessed, the car looks so good, John Elegant, but you know what's funny? Wendy Miller and Justin Horsepower obsessed and John Elegant and all these guys, they're not the ones who are buying all the cars to keep General Motors in business. And guess what Austin at Speed Phenom made a video about yesterday? About how the fucking ZR1 and zr1x that cost $250,000 fucking dollars don't look like they should. The outer body doesn't look like a ZR1 or a zr1x. Hint, hint, the outer body looks like a Grand Sport. Those are Grand Sport wheels. And General Motors fell in love with the idea, we could sell this one, the Grand Sport, for $250,000 if we just fire Harlan. Well, too bad, General Motors. You're about to find out the hard way that while Harlan wasn't perfect, and I have my criticisms of Harlan, he's a lot smarter than the rest of you mindless pieces of shit that still exist at General Motors. All the Wendy Millers and friends. I can't wait till that bitch loses her job. I swear to God. You cannot operate as dumb as she does and come into Facebook groups and argue with people who know what the fuck they're talking about, who drive the most fucking miles in Corvettes of any other fucking human being on planet Earth. Nah, you're wrong, Brandon. You're wrong. Hi, Wendy. How you doing today? So anyway, you're going to find out what happens, General Motors. I already almost bought a McLaren 720S one time, and I held off for two reasons. I said, you know what? Since the Z06s are holding their value well, better than McLaren, I'm going to go that direction instead. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that's not going to be the case with these C8 ZR1s. They're not going to hold their value better for a couple reasons. One, they got a Grand Sport exterior. It's nothing profound. It doesn't look like a C8R race car. It doesn't have front pass-through fender vents. Two, and those of you say, well, that's going to be the Zora. Okay, well, they'll charge $250,000 for that. But the problem is what General Motors is going to do is they're going to try to get greedy on the zr1x, and they're going to try to charge the moon for the zr1x. The spread between ZR1 money and ZR1X, and what General Motors is too fucking dumb to realize because they're all listening to their own reverberation of bullshit. Justin Horsepower obsessed with Jim Miro and all these guys agree this is the greatest thing ever. Jim Miro hasn't even driven an EDIF C8 yet, you mindless bitch. Wendy Miller, Jim Miro hasn't even driven a C8 yet. Mark Royce, Jim Miro hasn't even driven a fucking C8 yet. Who fucking cares about a 623 prediction? He assumes you guys know how to program an EDIF program. He assumes you guys are half as good as he is. Wrong. You guys are shit, Mark. You guys are shit. This car is shit, Mark. You're just bluffing. No. Why are there more Z06s sitting on lots and stingrays? Keith Cornett unpublished the article that tells the truth about the Z06s being on the lots more than stingrays now. That's going to kill the value of our cars. We can't even give them away. And if people know that the car's going to depreciate $100,000 on them, they're not going to buy it. They're going to buy the McLaren instead. Because why? Because a car costs you the difference between what you buy it for and what you sell it for. And when the over MSRP game is going on, it's like a casino. People hope they can win. I hope I can buy the car for this price and sell it for more. I'm going to take my chances, babe. We're going to buy a Corvette this weekend. Honey, I don't think we should do it. No, babe, trust me. I want to buy a Corvette, and I'm in a casino. I might be able to sell it for more if the cars are selling for over sticker. But you know what happens the moment the cars are no longer selling over sticker? Casino's closed. The wife wins. No, babe, we're not buying a fucking Corvette this weekend. And that's what Mark Royce, Keith Cornett, John Elegant, and Justin Horsepower Obsessed are all too fucking dumb to understand, aren't you, maggots? You're all too fucking stupid to get it, aren't you, bitches? And therefore, people say, you know what, if I'm going to lose $100,000 to go buy a fucking car, I may as well buy the fucking McLaren. They can set the lap record at Laguna Seca with little fucking scrawny Austin speed phenom driving it. Hey guys, I went out this weekend and broke the fucking record on accident. I want to buy that car instead. Plus that car is a fucking McLaren, Mark Royce, meaning it doesn't look like a Stingray and an E-Ray. You understand the difference, Mark Royce? Of course you don't, because you need to fucking retire, bitch. You're a fucking loser. You know why Taj retired? Because he found out I was right when Oliver Gavin took him for a ride and said the EDIF program is fucked. It's blowing the front tires on our fucking cars. It's like an Acura NSX. You know why I didn't buy an Acura NSX, Mark Royce? Because I looked at that too. Because I drove a C8 and I'm like, this thing is shit. Then I went and looked at the Acura NSXs. They handle like shit as well. People who have this kind of money to buy a car, they want the car that doesn't handle like shit. What's the E-Ray do, Mark Royce? It handles like shit. What's the zr1x do, Mark Royce? It handles like shit. Why does it handle like shit? Because you guys don't care to fix the fucking problem, Mark. You put your foot down that, and this is fact, guys. This isn't me just speculating bullshit. This is fact. This happens. Why don't you listen up, fuckfaces? Mark Royce's friends came to a track day, did they not, Mark? And they spun the C8 Z51 and the C8 Z06. They spun the cars. And instead of Mark Royce and the engineers say it's because of EDIF glitches and or Mark's friends can't fucking drive, so let's offer a couple different EDIF program options. No. What did Mark Royce and Taj do? Because Taj follows suit when Mark tells him to do something. They locked up that fucking EDIF program tighter than fucking Mark Royce's little fucking paranoid, scared ass who can't make a logical fucking decision if his life depended on it. And what happened? Now the cars push. The cars push, Mark. The cars are shit for those of us who know how to drive. For Oliver Gavin at the ring, they push. They're shit. They can't set a good ring time, Mark. And if, what's his face? Jim Miro ever fucking drove one? And Jim Miro is a clever cat. I gotta give Jim Miro credit. What he's doing is he's setting the stage that when he finally drives one, he says, yeah, I can see why this can't set a fucking 623. What a piece of shit. According to my calculations, it should have, had I been the one who was the ride handling engineer. But since you got little fucking faggots working for you now, Mark, little fucking bitch wannabes working for you now, Mark, the car can't do a 623. The car's lucky to do a 650 like Brandon said. That Brandon guy knows what he's talking about, Mark. Hate to put you in a fucking spiral of depression, bitch. Happy fucking 4th of July. Your company's going bankrupt. Just like Tremec. I heard Tremec's gonna go under soon. You know why I know that? Because for every 20 employees that used to be engineers and executives and managers at Tremec, they've now got 4. 3 years later, they've got 4, 3. And why else? Because they're having to eat the cost of all these flawed transmissions. Because General Motors' plan of being able to charge a ton of money for transmission replacements later down the road isn't working so well because customers are getting savvy and they're replacing their filters often once the cars get out of warranty. And what's going on? John Elegant and Justin Horsepower Obsessed and all these guys originally were saying, no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to add the extra 2 quarts. You don't have to do that. Brandon's wrong. You don't have to do that. And the whole fucking vet community, not the whole community, but a good chunk of them, realized I was right. And that's why Vet Titans got started, Mark. Just think I wouldn't have a YouTube channel, Mark, if you guys didn't purposely put a flawed fucking transmission in a car and lie to people about the 2 quarts. That's why Vet Titans got started, Mark. Action, reaction. You guys fucking suck at your jobs and want to pull games. Bunch of fucking drug addicts, wannabe fucking loser juniors, loser fucking rich bitch boys who are gonna put a fucking company under for the second fucking time. Anyway, back to the point. If people don't see the point in paying even an extra 20 grand for an E-Ray over a zr1 because the zr1 set a better lap time, Mark, that means zr1x's, okay? If I said to E-Ray, I meant zr1x's. zr1x's are going to be selling for less money over sticker at certain dealerships around the country. Small dealerships in Tennessee, small dealerships in Kentucky, whatever. They're going to be selling for less money over sticker than the zr1s. And as soon as people on Facebook see that, ZR1Xs are selling for like 20 grand over, so that 50 grand over for a ZR1 is bullshit. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait to buy one. How could you solve this? You make the ZR1 and the ZR1X the same model with an allocation that behaves like the high wing. The ZR1X is an exclusive allocation that keeps people wanting it. But if you give a ZR1X allocation to a person who really wants a ZR1, you don't fight them on it. You let them downgrade to the ZR1 the same way the high wing works. If a person gets a high wing allocation, they really want a low wing, that's fine. And then you recycle the high wing to the next allocation cycle because you still have an extra high wing in your factory in the parts bin. You need to do the exact same thing with the ZR1X. And if you don't do that, and instead you listen to fucking losers, wannabes, who think that they're intelligent just because they got a big voice. I know who you are too, David Phillips. I figured your fucking story out. You think, oh, David Phillips is a publicist. He knows what he's doing. He owns a couple car dealerships. This piece of shit is gonna fucking bankrupt your fucking company, Mark Royce, if you listen to his ass over mine. He has no clue what he's talking about. He's a fucking wannabe. I swear to God, Mark, listen to my words. This is the moral of this video. If the ZR1 and the ZR1X are not treated like the high wing allocation, where the person can downgrade to the ZR1, if they're given a ZR1X allocation, they downgrade to a ZR1. If they're not allowed to do that, bye-bye General Motors. Bye-bye Tremec. Bye-bye Corvette sales. I promise you it's coming because this ZR1 will depreciate below sticker faster than anything that you've ever produced since 2019, Mark Royce. Mark my fucking words. This video is gonna haunt your fucking faggot fucking ass, Mark. Have a good day, bitch. Does this mean Wendy Miller loses her job because I'm Wendy Miller and I don't want to lose my job? Does this mean Austin Speed Phenom isn't gonna buy one of our cars because he realizes that the McLaren's a better value, that the car depreciates less and has less mechanical problems, which what's his face is proving. Austin Speed Phenom's proving the McLaren's a more reliable car and handles better. Even Conti says it handles better. Justin at Horsepower Obsessed, this isn't going good with my butterfly vibes. Well, the reason why you're a delusional fucking butterfly, Justin, the reason why you're still a fat fucking caterpillar is because your genes aren't receiving the proper nutrients to evolve to the next stage because you keep stuffing yourself with fucking Mountain Dew and pizza and Taco Bell. So you're still the same pile of shit that you started as, and so people don't care about your fucking lies. They say, well, wait a second, Austin Speed Phenom's not buying the car. Huh. He's not willing to pay over sticker for it. Justin's not buying the car. Huh. Justin can't afford one. Looks like that bribe money that Justin might be receiving, might be, from General Motors, and I'm not the only one saying that anymore. There's other people catching on. They're like, these guys have to be getting paid to tell this many fucking lies. Looks like this bribe money doesn't compensate for the $100,000 depreciation somebody's going to experience if they go out and spend 50 grand over a sticker for a fucking ZR1, and then General Motors is like, now here's a ZR1X allocation, and you can only build a ZR1X with that, so all you ZR1 customers paying 50 grand over, you're getting passed in line, and who wants to buy a ZR1X? Bueller? Oh, we found one. What are you willing to pay over a sticker? 20 grand? How about 50? No? It's a better car. Come on, believe us, it's a better car. No? You don't believe us? Okay, fine, we'll sell it to you for 20 grand over. And all those people in line that were willing to pay 50 grand and 40 grand and 30 grand over for the ZR1 say, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? ZR1Xs are selling for only 20 grand over. And that has to do also with the fact that Mark Royce and all the little low IQ pieces of shit at General Motors are going to try to charge an exorbitant markup for the all-wheel drive that people don't even fucking want because it's a fucking death trap. It's the same as Mike Brick of Speed's all-wheel drive. It's a fucking death trap. Oh, did the marketing girls not explain this to you, Mark? That this is how logical humans with an IQ over 60 reason? Did Wendy Miller not understand this part, Mark Royce? Oh, shit. Have fun in bankruptcy. Have fun losing your job, Wendy Miller, when it finally dawns on everybody what triggered Brandon to finally go through with building the thing that caused General Motors to get sued about mechanical diffs and filtration on DCTs. What was it that finally triggered Brandon to do that? Oh, he had to prove himself, because instead of us keep our fucking mouth shut and say Brandon's entitled to an opinion, instead faggots like fucking Clayton Smith and Wendy Miller had to fucking shut me down because they're smarter. So now we have to build the product, Mark Royce, to save face. So the whole reason why I'm building the product, so understand this, the reason why Vet Titans was started was because people like Chet Beige and everybody kept banning me from the groups and said I had no clue what I'm talking about. So I had to create my own group. And the reason why, and Mark Reel and all these other people, Johnny Keats, all these people who want to ban me from groups, Clayton Smith, that's why Vet Titans got started. Deb Lowe, that's why Vet Titans got started, because Deb Lowe at Corvette Forum banning me from there after I developed these nice little fittings to help solve the overheating issue with your C7Z06s, which would have brought more sales to your C7Z06s, Mark Royce. But instead, in the year 2017 and 18, my business got shut down by a fat bitch named Deb Lowe, who styles her hair like a fucking troll doll and has the audacity to call me a troll. This is fact, Mark Royce. After I was a paying vendor to fucking Corvette Forum, they let me back in. Deb Lowe troll doll fucking banned me again when I'm a fucking paying vendor, Mark. And keeping it myself and creating and selling a product which made your C7Z06s no longer overheat. The second thing, me releasing the product that I'm about to release and filing the patents that I'm filing, the reason why I'm doing that is because of Clayton Smith and Wendy Miller. And all the other moderators leading up to this point, Chet Beige, Johnny Keats, all these Mark Reels, all these fucking wannabes who don't even understand how cars work, and then once they finally figure it out, well, I guess Brandon's right. You should just make the product, Brandon. Just take your look. When we're at the beach hanging out, just make the product, Brandon. You devote your time and sacrifice your time to buying a fucking multi-$1,000 DCT, and which I did, Mark Royce, and then just in your free time develop the product, and then spend $10,000 on a global patent, and then spend another $10,000 to file the patent in China and America and Europe, each country another 30 grand, and then why don't you just do that for us, Brandon? We agree you're right, but we're gonna go ahead and ban you from the group for now. See you, dude. Okay, all of you pieces of shit are gonna end up getting sued when the class action start about what pieces of shit these cars are, because it's coming. Because it's a safety issue. Because the fucking front wheels unhook on the E-Ray when they malfunction like Brick of Speed's car before the car even had 500 fucking miles on it. Wendy Miller, cover your ears, Stewie. Let us see to deny the truth. Fire Harlan, he's on Brandon's team. Fire him, he's crazy. He agrees with Brandon that this shit's a problem. Let's just do more drugs, Mark Royce. Let's just do more drugs. Let's just do more drugs, Mark Royce. Let's just do more drugs. Go do some more drugs, Junior. You fucking piece of shit.